Hey everyone, this is Som. So we will be starting with our soil mechanics, and this is the syllabus of it. I have divided it into two parts, part 1 and part 2. In the first part we will be dealing with introduction, index properties of soil, then classification of soil, then effective stress, then comes compaction, then permeability of soil, seventh is seepage analysis. And in the second part we are going to deal with compressibility and consolidation, shear strength of soil, stress distribution of soil, earth pressure, retaining wall, or this can be said as sheet pile wall. Sixth is stability of soil. So in GATE 10 to 15% of marks can be seen from this subject, and in ESE 65 to 75 marks comes from this subject. So in this today's video lecture we will be dealing with the introduction part and we will see the different types of soils also. So let's get started. So soil mechanics is the branch of civil engineering. Soil mechanics is a branch of civil engineering which deals with the behavior of soil after application of load in it, which deals with behavior of soil when load is applied on it. Then now, what is soil? So soil, if you ask different person, they will have different perspective of soil. Like if you ask an agriculturist, he will say that soil is the uppermost portion of earth which supports plant life. He will say uppermost portion that supports plant life. But a civil engineer will say that soil is the ultimate foundation material on which a structure rests. It is a ultimate foundation material on which a particular structure rests. Now, what is geotechnical engineering? Now, it is a branch of civil engineering. Which deals with the study of soil and rock formation. Branch of civil engineering which deals with the study of soil as well as and rock formation. Now there was a person named Carl Terzaghi. He was known as father of soil mechanics. He was an Austrian mechanical engineer. He lived from 1883 to 1963. He is called the father of soil mechanics. Then there's a term known as pedogenesis. What is pedogenesis? See, the process of formation of soil is called pedogenesis. Pedogenesis is process of formation of soil. Now, how soil is formed, how the formation of soil takes place. So soil can be formed by various ways, like due to weathering, then there is weathering of rocks. Yes, when rocks what is weathering? When rocks break down into smaller particles due to wind, water, etc. So that phenomenon is known as weathering, and these particles can be carried away physically or chemically. Like suppose in physical forces, it includes weathering of rocks, due to flowing rivers, then ice due to wind, etc. And in chemical forces are like this involves weathering of rocks are done due to weathering of rocks are done oxidation, reduction, carbonation, etc. Now there is a geological cycle. So and this cycle tells us about how the rock is formed, how the soil is formed, how the soil is formed from rocks. Like the first step is erosion of rocks, then there is transportation, this is step 2, then there is deposition, this is step 3, then there is upheaval. After erosion of rocks, it is transported by some agents like wind, air, then they are deposited, and after deposition of many layers, it is known as upheaval. So this is step 4. Now after weathering, what happens? The soil is retained beneath the parent rock, and that soil is known as residual soil. So after weathering, the soil is retained beneath the parent rock, and this type of deposited soil is known as residual soil. And if it is transported, then it is called transported soil. And if after weathering, if the soil is transported by the transporting agents like wind, ice, air, then it is known as transported soil. So now we will be seeing the types of soil, different types of soil like alluvial, black cotton, and we will be discussing about them in detail. So there are mainly 16 types of soil in total, which we will be discussing in detail. So the first one is alluvial soil. Second type of soil is black cotton soil. Third is red soil. Fourth is desert soil, or maybe you can call it deserted soil. 5 is laterite soil. 6th is marine soil. 7th is gumbo soil. 8 is peat or peat soil. 9th is tough soil. 10th is Aeolian soil. 11th is glacial soil. 12th is muck soil, MUCK. 13 is marl soil, MARL. 14 is bentorite soil. 15 lacustrine soil. 16 is loam soil. So the first type is alluvial soil. So alluvial soil, see, this type of soil is generally found along the banks of rivers and they are very much fertile. So found near banks of rivers are very fertile, but one major drawback of this soil is they are very loose and they are prone to liquefaction. Now, what is liquefaction? See, it is loss of shear strength of a soil due to horizontal force. Loss of shear strength due to horizontal force. Now, what is a type of horizontal force? It may be earthquake. So this type of soil is not considered for your foundation works, because when an earthquake comes, this soil will be unstable. So this cannot be used for construction work. And one point I left, that this type of soil is deposited. This type of soil is deposited from suspension of running water. Now, the second type of soil is black cotton soil. See, as the name suggests, it is not of black color. It is written that it is black cotton soil, but it is not necessarily of black color. And this type of soil is found in Gujarat, Maharashtra, MP, Karnataka, etc. And it is also not good for foundation. Not good for foundation. Now what the question comes from here is, it contains a mineral known as montmorillonite. Now this montmorillonite mineral is having a property of excessive swelling and shrinkage of soil. This soil is having a property of excessive swelling and shrinkage. Why? Because it is containing this mineral. Property of swelling and shrinkage. This soil due to this mineral present, and it is good for cotton and groundnuts. Then the third type of soil is laterite soil. Now this type of soil is formed due to leaching process. Formed due to leaching. Now leaching, it is a process by which minerals are lost from the soil due to excessive rain or any kind of conditions in hilly areas. So process in which siliceous compounds washes away, and this then generally happens in hilly region, out in hilly region. Like suppose example, if we take Western Ghats and Eastern Ghats, Western and Eastern Ghats, and this type of soil is good for coconut and groundnuts. Now the fourth type of soil is red soil. Now from the name itself, this soil is red in color. Because it contains iron oxide, due to iron oxide. This type of soil is found in Bihar, Jharkhand, West Bengal, Tamil Nadu, etc. And the fifth type of soil is marine soil. So marine soil, it is formed due to deposition of soil in seawater in coastal areas. So when soil deposited from the suspension in seawater, and this is found in all coastal regions. Now this type of soil is having low strength, so we don't consider it as a construction, like we don't construct. Then the next type of soil is deserted soil. So as the name suggests, it is mainly found in Rajasthan, and it is not stable. There is a stabilization problem in this soil. We have to add types of chemicals in it for making it stable and for constructing roads and all in that type of soil. Seventh is your lacustrine soil. This type of soil is formed due to suspension in fresh water and fresh still water mainly. Example, lakes and ponds where the water is not flowing. Then there is aeolian soil. This type of soil is also a transported soil. So the transporting agent is wind air. Then there is glacial soil. This soil is formed due to transportation, due to flowing of ice. Then there is colluvial soil, and colluvial soil is also called talus soil, and it is transported due to gravity, and it is found in hilly regions. Like these are two hills, and the soil is transported from the hills to the valley, the bottom part. So the transporting agent here is the gravity. 11th one is marl soil, and this type of soil is formed due to decomposition of bones and cells of the aquatic living organisms, which are plants and animals. Then there is bentorite. And this is very useful soil, bentorite. It is used in beauty products as multani mitti, and it also acts as a lubricant in drilling purposes. Like suppose if you want to drill and it will be used as lubricant in it, and it is formed due to volcanic eruptions. Then there is tuff soil. It is formed by volcanic ash, and this is also a transported soil. Maybe this can be transported by wind or by air. Then there comes loam soil. It is mixture of clay, silt and sand. Now clay, silt and sand are categorization of soil on the basis of their sizes. Like the smallest one is clay, then silt, then sand and gravel. We will be dealing with them in the upcoming chapters. Then there is, this soil also contains organic matter. Then there is gumbo soil. As the name suggests, gum, it is sticky and highly plastic in nature, and it is of dark color. Then there is peat. This is formed due to decomposition of vegetative matter, and due to this it is very fertile and it possesses high fiber content. Then there is muck soil. It is a mixture of fine particles of inorganic and black decomposed soil. It is a mixture of organic soil and black decomposed soil. It is generally found in areas having no sewage facilities, and this is also generally seen in overflowing rivers. Then these were the main types of soil which we discussed. 17 types were there. Apart from these, there are also 3 types of soil, more types, which is peat, which is cumulose soil, which is peat plus muck soil. Then there is loess. It is a very loose deposit of silt or sand or soil which are wind blown and has been weakly cemented with calcium carbonate and montmorillonite. These are found in arid or semi-arid regions. What are arid regions? The places where air or wind blows continuously. Then there is wart clay. It is alternate thin layer of silt and clay, like this is silt, then clay, then again silt, and it is deposited in fresh water, glaciers, etc. So by this we come to the end of our chapter, types of soil, and the introductory part. In the next video we will be starting about the index properties of soil. If you like this video, then please like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you.